Moldog here, Victory Monday. It does feel good. It does. Back-to-back wins. Does feel good. Scored over 40 last week at the Cincinnati game, which I was there. That was amazing. 37, yeah, felt good. I still felt like we should have scored a little bit more against the Giants. But it felt good. I think us and then the Broncos probably dominated this team in the division. Chiefs barely beat this team by 3, and the Raiders lost to this team. And it was great to get back-to-back wins. It really is. And as of right now, that's in the past. This right now is the most important game. Do we want a divisional title or do we want a wild card? That's the question the Chargers got to ask themselves. As fans, as any fans of any team, we support our teams. No matter what, you know. We buy tickets. We buy merchandise. We make our comments on all the social media pages. There's way more than I'm going to name besides like Facebook and Twitter. We make videos on YouTube and TikTok and whatever the other ones are called. We show our support. We spend way more money on teams than we should, really. Let's be honest now. This merchandise is really expensive. And some of us who don't like to support certain organizations because of certain owners, we still spend money buying team merchandise, you know, from like China and shit like that. Because we still support our team. So we, as fans, we show loyalty to our team no matter what. No matter how much they pissed us off, we still show loyalty to our team. Our teams don't do the same thing. We, as fans, we really have nothing to prove. The teams have something to prove. And right now, since it's December, each team has to prove they want to go to the playoffs. Each team has to prove they want to go get a divisional title or not. And as of right now, it's up to the Chargers and the Chiefs. Who wants that divisional title? Yes, the Chargers have beaten the Chiefs. Yes, the Chargers have beaten the Chiefs the last 2 meetings. But right now, this Thursday, this is the most important game. I know we still got the Broncos next week, and that's also going to be a very hard game. But if we don't beat the Chiefs now, the Chiefs will have a 2-game lead over us. Therefore, they're most likely taking the divisional title because I don't see the Chiefs losing 2 of the next 3 games for us to have an opportunity. We'll still have a shot in the wild card, but it makes it harder because we're competing with a bunch of teams. I think it's 8 teams in the hunt. At least that picture that I posted on Facebook, it shows 8 teams in the hunt. The Dolphins, the Raiders, the Broncos, the Colts, the Bills, the Bengals, the Browns. So yeah, there's a lot of teams in the hunt besides us. So we cannot afford to lose. Even if we win this game and we lose to the Broncos, we can still lose that wild card spot. It's actually tougher for us to keep the divisional title than the Broncos. I don't know who the Chiefs have. I think the only other tough team the Chiefs have to face would be the Bengals. But for us, we have the Chiefs and the Broncos. Back-to-back tough games, back-to-back divisional games. We have to win both. The Texans should be a given game, and the Raiders should be a given game, even though it's still a divisional game, and that could be a, what you want to call, a trap game. So we need to go into our mindset of not making mistakes, not making the Charger mistakes. Go in, take control of the ball, take control of the time, hold time possession, constantly score, even if it's a field goal, constantly score on every drive, making sure Patrick Mahomes makes some mistakes, keep him scoring as least as possible. And even if we only win by a field goal, as long as we get that W, not only do we have an opportunity to still not have a wild card spot, even if we lose to the Broncos, but have an opportunity to take in the divisional title after 11 years. So yeah, This really is the most important game because this has to be a win. Like I said, if we lose, we can just kiss that divisional title goodbye, but it makes it harder for us to win a wild card spot. It does, because now we're letting the Browns come in, we're letting the Colts come in, we're letting the Bengals come in, because right now we're only one game ahead of everybody. How many teams are going to catch up now if we lose this one game? And we can't count on having the tiebreaker, because remember back in 2017 when we had the tiebreaker against the Broncos, they took it away from us because they didn't want us in the playoffs, because they knew we would have won. They knew that we were better than the Jaguars. They knew that we were better than most of the teams in the playoffs. I think the only team that might have taken us out of the playoffs would have been the Patriots. So yeah, they didn't want us in there. They'll find a way to take us out of the playoffs. So we can't rely on tiebreakers. We have to rely on wins. So we need to get this win. We need to rely on wins. We got to win at least 3 of these games to be in the playoffs. So anyway, I got to run into the gas station. I just got done getting the oil changed, and I got to head to work. Modog out. Let's bolt up. Victory Monday feels good, but Victory Friday will be even much better. Modog out.